Namaste. Welcome back to my channel again. Today I'm here to discuss something about MBA, its future, what are the pros and cons of MBA, and many more things we'll add up today. So, firstly, we'll start with one discussion about MBA. See, we need to be very clear about one thing. That is, MBA is not a degree program. Don't take it as a degree program. It is a business training program. It's a training program by which an incumbent be able to know how to run a business. Right? So take it like this way only. So this throughout these 5 years means 3 years BBA and 2 years MBA. This is the whole process. It is something like a capsule only. This whole capsule will give you some idea of how to run your business. Either it's your own business or anyone else's business. So that is the intention behind this degree, right? So I'm here to tell something about some negative points, some positive points like pros and cons of MBA. Let us start with something like sometimes what happens, people are stereotyped with this MBA degree, this management degree. You might be knowing about it that MBA is often it is termed as PGDM. Sometimes it is told as PGP, postgraduate program. Basically in IIMs and A-rated B schools. Ultimately, this is a business training program. So, what stereotype issues happened is people sometimes are stereotyped with it is whole about mathematics. Everything is there which is math. So I have to be from mathematics background. So that is one concern. Someone is stereotyped with we need to be very fluent in English, so we should have English MA or some other degrees like MBA degree, means English knowledge we should have. We need to be specialist in English, or we need to be specialist in psychology and something else. Yes, you need to be fluent in English, you need to be very fluent in mathematics, you need to be very fluent in psychology, you need to be very fluent in everything, because it is interdisciplinary subject, right? So you need to know everything together. It's a compact package. It is a reflex of all those knowledges, all those disciplines which we know. It's a reflex of all those things. And the main problem happens here is that people, this degree program is more practical than bookish. That is the main issue, right? Students, they just stereotype that I will get a degree, I will get marks, all those things I will get. I'm MBA graduate, I scored 80, 90, 100% marks, and so I'm a very good student. You are a very good student, that's correct. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you are a very good employee or a business person or an entrepreneur. So there is hell and heaven difference between having a degree or having a degree with good marks and become a successful business person or a successful employee in corporate world. They are not same, right? So this is one matter of concern which we should think about. The next thing I would like to add that I have one statistics. Let me tell you the statistics. The statistics is about the unemployed MBA graduates. According to 2016-17 report of All Indian Council of Technical Education, as you might be knowing about it, AICTE, they told that in the year 2016 and 17, the number of jobless MBA graduates are more than 53%. Okay, more than 53% students who did their MBA, excluding IIMs, are jobless. Like I also have some very definite figure of this. The figure is given here only. The figure is something like in 2016-17, the number of approximately 2 lakh MBA graduate were there. But out of this 2 lakh, around 38,000 people, they are become jobless. So this is not a special scenario. This is a very familiar environment in this track. Year on year, since a long time, we are following these same kind of scenario. So naturally one thing comes in mind. Even I just thought that I will discuss something about this, that why this thing happens, right? So I tried to unveil it. I got from my little knowledge, I got some idea that why this thing happens, why people who did their MBA are jobless actually in the marketplace, not inside the classroom. There are some reasons of which I would like to tell you. The first reason is, this is the course curriculum, outdated course curriculum. Now, if we would like to divide the market in separate parts according to the era, age, the market was totally brick before. Then came brick and click, right? Then came purely click, and now this era is not the era of click only, it's the era of smart click. So at this era, the present era, smart click era, if we read those books which are written in brick era, does it work? Exactly not. It will not work. Never. Because the book which was written in 1942 or 1943 or 1946 in the era of brick, it was written based on the circumstances, the scenario, the position, the technologies available that time. Right? So if the same book will be followed in this era, this current era, this modern era, how could a student understand what's going on in the market? So outdated curriculum is a matter of concern. Right? We don't know. When inside the classroom, the environment inside the classroom is something different than the environment beyond the classroom in the marketplace, or specifically telling in the it is in the corporate world, the environment inside the corporate world and the environment inside the classroom, especially the classroom of MBAs, right? They are not same. There is real and heavy difference between these two. So that is one cause of unsuccess, right? Some other reasons are there which I would like to add here. A big matter of concerns on which academicians are pondering upon now. People are writing papers on this, right? So the thing is quantity and quality factor. Institutions like MBA colleges excluded IIMs or IIM ranking B schools. they are just thinking about quantity of students, not the quality. So quantity and quality, they are not same. If you think about quantity, naturally, when I'm running my business, I have an MBA college or engineering college I will just think of one thing, that is, number of students, number. If number is not there, how can I earn profit? How can I run my institution? That's a big concern. But at the same time, when you think about the quality, not quality, quantity, you will ignore quality. Right? When you think about quality, you have to compromise with quantity. So naturally quantity comes first. Right? So when you carry on with quantity students, they are average or below average kind of students. They are. Right? So when they will pass out, they will not get job. They will not crack interview. That's a very big challenge. Because they don't have that much of skill. Right? And thirdly, I would like to add one thing, as I told before also. MBA training program, it is more practical than bookish. So the practical knowledge is a very big concern here. When we have more practical knowledge, now naturally a question comes in our mind that how can I gather practical knowledge? I'm doing my degree. No, go for internship. Internship is there. Go in the field, do the work, and get some idea how the works are going on in the market, what actually happening in the market. This 1942 style books will not give you knowledge what's going on in the market. Right? So go in the field. Go in the field and collect some idea what's going on. Do some internship in the market. That is a very big concern. We don't have knowledge. We just, we have some bookish knowledge. We are just reading books, what Philip Kotler told, what Peter Drucker told. Yes. Obviously, I'm telling you, those knowledges are needed. I'm not denying it all. It's needed. But at the same time, one thing is very important. That is the practical knowledge. You should more emphasize on your practical knowledge than your theoretical knowledge. Right? So, the environment, the business environment, the corporate environment is totally different than the classroom environment. They're not same. And fourthly, I'd like to add one thing. That is, you might be knowing about two methods of learning. One is lecture-based learning, other one is case-based learning. I belong from West Bengal. I saw in West Bengal, most of the colleges, they follow lecture-based learning. Sometimes they use a little touch upon on this case-based learning. But I am ranking colleges. I am Ahmedabad, I am Joka, I am Bangalore, and all IIMs, they just follow one thing, that is case-based learning. If you solve more and more case, you'll be able to gather practical knowledge, how to actually solve the problem. You are not here to gather degree only. You are here to know how to solve problems. That's why you will be treated as a manager. A manager will manage everything and anything in the corporate world. That's a very big concern, I think about it. And as an academician, I would like to add one thing which people may deny. The people, I mean the academicians who teach, who take classes, most of the faculty members, they are not from the industry. Prior to coming in teaching sector, an academician should have practical knowledge. At least 4 or 5 years practical knowledge. Go in the field. Finish your MBA degree, go in the field, gather some experience, then come in teaching sector. Then only you will be able to teach your students that what's going on in the field actually. That is one matter of concern which I think which should be added here. So in common B schools which are available in the market, the teaching strengths are not up to the mark. That is a matter of concern. Why people don't get job after their MBA. And at the end, I would like to tell you, I'd like to give you one message. The message is, don't be feverish about your degree. Don't be feverish about your marks. You should be feverish about the practical knowledge. How much marks I got? I'm MBA graduate. So what? Like you, thousand MBA graduates are there in India and world market now. You're not special. You are very common here. Right? Ultimately, what interviewers would like to get is that they're interested in, not in your degree, not in your marks. That is your own property. Interviewers, they just interested in what's there inside you. How could you be able to solve the problem in the marketplace? Right? So far I know, I have a very good contact with interviewers, HR managers. I talked to them and they told that, see, having MBA graduate is not a big deal. Right? How smart you are. Do you have the problem solving capability or not? That is the main factor. How could you handle the situations, day-to-day situation? If you have this kind of qualities, you are in. Students are there in the market. They cracked MBA with 60, 70, 80, 90% marks. They cracked the interview, got the job, and within 3-4 months, they quit from the job. A successful MBA graduate is he who will sustain in the corporate world. Right? He should sustain in the corporate world, and he should not change the company. Once he joined in a company, he or she should carry on with that company for a long time. That is called success. That is the utility of this degree. Otherwise, it has no value at all in the marketplace. Right? Thank you. Namaste.